Hey, what's going on, YouTube family out there? So we've got a unboxing today. It's been a little while since I've had one. So this is the monthly knife club box. So this is the Onyx tier. Unboxing knife today is the Cormorant. You'll have to, again, as always on unboxings of mine, you always have to forgive the background noise. Dogs playing, eating, running around the house. Let's crack it open and see what we've got. Ooh, okay. So as always, I'm going to remove the card because I don't want to know exactly what I've got. I'm going to flip it over, stick it back in there. So we got something from Real Steel. I do not have any Real Steel knives. So this is, I honestly don't really know anything about them. This is the Luna Mayas 10 bronze, Real Steel. Let's check it out. Let's see what we get here. Pretty cool little box, pretty nice little box. Got a little piece of foam in there. You've got just some literature here. So here we go. Here's the specs. You've got a 3-inch blade. Overall length or open length is 7. 4 ounces. N690. I'm not really super thrilled about seeing N690. Just, you know, you guys know I'm honest, so seeing N690 on a knife that just cost me $125 is not something I'm super excited about. We got some more literature here. So you know these things are always a bit of a gamble. You never know exactly what you're going to get. I am excited to get a Real Steel knife. I mean, maybe if it's titanium or something like that, it might be somewhat worth it. Yes, it is titanium. Okay, so pretty interesting cloth. It's a different shape than what we're used to. It is embossed with the Real Steel logo, so that's pretty cool. Okay. I can kind of get behind this. That is a funky looking thumb stud. That is weird. I don't know what I think about it. I'll have to play with it a little bit. Let's see how it reverse flicks. Oh, it's a lockback. That is interesting. So it's not going to, yeah, you're not going to be able to reverse flick that. I don't even know if I can thumb flick it out. Let's see. Well, yeah, you get enough pressure on it. So this is more of a, like almost like a modern traditional. It's actually, I actually kind of dig it. So get up close, you've got a lot of micro milling and stuff in here. That's pretty cool. The micro milling is nice. Again, it's not what I would normally gravitate to as far as a knife, but I kind of like it. I'm a little disappointed in. Don't get me wrong, I love Bowler N690. I think it's a great steel. But on a knife that, you know, I'm sure this is, you know, retails for a lot more than what I paid for it, for a lot more than $130. I just don't know how I feel about having N690 on a high-end, you know, quote-unquote high-end knife. Pocket clip is really nice. It is fairly deep carry. You've got, let's see what our Let's see what our magnet says. Let's see if we've got tie hardware or not. Nope, we got steel hardware. Oh, let's take the blade out just in case. Yeah, you got steel hardware. The lock bar is of course steel, so that kind of makes it want to attract the magnet right there, but it's not attracting the magnet here. So it is a titanium scales. Let's put my magnet back. So again, that pocket clip, there's no exposed screws on the pocket clip. So I'm guessing you just take out the take off that side, and it's has it there. So do have a generous little lanyard loop there. That might be how I would carry this. I might take, well, I don't know. I would leave a pretty big gaping hole there without that pocket clip, because it is inset pretty well. But it might be better as like a pocket dropper than something clipped to the pocket. Very interesting though. I do, like I said, I think if it were, and it's super thin too because of that being a lock back, it's allowed it to be really thin. I've got the cormorant in my pocket. So this is the carbon fiber cormorant. So super thin compared to that. Let's see some other knives that, because I don't know, I've never seen this knife, so I don't know if there's a lot of videos out there on it or whatever. But here's the titanium elementum. So you see, it's got, you know, it's a little bit thicker. It's probably, see if I can get them completely side by side. So there you go. So there's your difference in thickness right there. Not counting the pocket clip. So the full width of the scales thicker than or thinner than the element or the elementum. Again though, it is a beautiful blade. I mean, you've got a really nice fuller. I won't use the towel just in case I decide to part ways with this knife. I'll get it cleaned up a little bit, get some of these factory oils and things off of it. I'll try to. Well, that didn't work very well. There we go. I think that got it. Yeah, most of the way. Good enough anyway. So we got a nice, just a nice drop point blade. Really cool fuller. It runs the length of the blade. There's your designer logo. So the designer is, who did it say the designer was? Where'd my paper go? Here it goes. It is Jacob, and I am not even going to be able to come close to pronouncing that. I'm not really great with a lot of designers. I don't know a ton of them. I've seen this logo before. I can't remember what it was on though, but I have seen this logo before. There's your N690 and your real steel. And I do like the fact that even though it's not a sterile blade, it's not like it doesn't, they're not throwing it at you. So it's, they're kind of ghosted on there. I do really like the pocket clip. Let's try it on the pocket real quick, just for just a set of basketball shorts. It holds in pretty well, slides in and out easy. I mean, and like not even having to really think about it. I don't know, this might be a sleeper. This might turn out to be a really, really, really good knife. I do really like the micro milling. Like, that is just super cool. This is the first, bumped into y'all. This is the first knife I've had with micro milling on the titanium. So I really do dig that, and you can get a little bit of as Bees calls it, some texture vision. Really good jimping on the back lock. No jimping on the blade, but you don't need it because you got this massive thumb stud that just kind of lands there. Now, what is cool about this, so they kind of send it that traditional route. So you can take that thumb stud off. The screw for it is right here on the top. So you can take that thumb stud off and you have no holes in the blade, and then you can just use it as a traditional, two-hand opening, which honestly, you could still open it one hand even without the thumb stud. It's easy enough to close single-handedly, so you kind of just do a pinch and roll there with the blade. Again, this is really interesting. I've never seen this knife. Let's go to the let's go to the card and see what it says on it. So a recent release, okay. So all new Luna, okay. Response to the popularity of the original Luna, okay. So Luna Mass means bigger, stronger. Born of a larger size, solid backlock mechanism. Solid titanium, 3D contoured. Stone washing, yeah, definitely gives it a vintage. It is a sweet little blade. And it's saying value is between 180 and 200. We're going to check that here in just a second. But it does say that it is 3D contoured, Bowler N690. Again, I hope everybody understands. I'm not hating on Bowler N690. I absolutely love that steel, and it doesn't hurt my feelings the fact that a knife has Bowler N690. I just, again, for a $200 knife, I don't know if it's the right steel choice for a $200 knife. Should have went somewhere along the lines of something like LMAX, or I'm not a huge fan of M390 either. I think it gets used way too much, and it's not as good of a performing steel as it should be. That's very controversial. I know. I really don't care though. But for this price point, I would like to see something like LMAX or something along those lines. But hey, again, Bowler N690, great steel. I think what you're really paying for on this knife is that super beautiful contour titanium. Just absolutely incredible. It is a beautiful knife. Very thin, very light. Oh, not light. It feels good in the hand. Ergonomics are good. In my hand, it's. I just heard something. Let's see if I can open it up. Yeah, what's that? And try to listen to it again. Try to figure out what it is. I don't know. Maybe it's just set in the lock when I grab it. In the hand, I have medium to large hands, depending. I don't really get any hot spots. I do feel the pocket clip right here. It touches right there on the, in the fat in my hand, but I don't get a hot spot from it. I feel it, but I don't mind it. It really locks in. It's that having that without the thumb stud there, it would probably be I don't know. I'll have to take off the thumb stud and see what I think about it. The thumb stud helps you lock in, but without it, I guess it would just be more like a traditional folder. No jimping on the spine. But that is a really, really, really clean, really nice blade. So yeah, I really appreciate everybody watching. I will. So yeah, you hear some just tap. I mean, that's probably what I'm hearing. Is just, I don't know if that's just the blade moving around in there. But lockup is solid. Ah, there it is. Okay, that's what I'm feeling. Okay. Something's loose. Hear that? So the scale is loose. So let's see. Looks like T8 hardware all the way around. Let's see what we got. Let's see what the deal is. Yep, that screw was just a little bit loose. That one's good. That one's good. So it's still moving around. See, is it because of the... Well, the pivot wasn't really loose. But tightening that pivot did get rid of it. So it didn't have blade play, it had scale play. I don't think that's ever been something I've ever seen before. That did tighten the blade up considerably though. I mean, it's still not bad, but it doesn't open and close as easy as it did. But now that little bit of wiggle is out of the scales, it'll break in. Let's see if I can just back it off just a... Let's see, so... There we go, just put it down on there. No, it's got to be locked down. Yeah. I would rather have a little bit of... I'd rather have that occasional click sound than have the knife be harder to open. But the blade locks up solid. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. And I'll let it break in a little bit. So we will do a bit of a cut test here. Almost forgot about doing this. Let's see how it comes out of the factory. Yeah, she's sharp. I mean, it's not one of my edges, but it is very sharp for a factory blade. It's got a little bit of a catch there, problem maybe. I don't know if that's just me or... Yeah, it's got a little bit of a catch to it, but it'll still push cut. So, yeah, not too bad for a factory edge. I never really hate on factory edges because they don't stay that way long with me. That blade picks up fingerprints like nobody's business. But I do really love that milling work on the titanium. The handle's what gets me. The blade, the locking mechanism, all it is what it is, but the handle is gorgeous. Alright, guys. So, with that, I'm going to go ahead and end this. Just want to thank you guys again for watching. Appreciate everybody for liking, subscribing, commenting. If you can, just help spread the word, help get us out there, and we'll catch you on the next one. All right, guys, have a nice day.